Over 6 months ago, I quit everything. I stopped watching social media, TV shows, movies, short form content. I even stopped watching these YouTube videos. And I've helped over 50 guys actually reduce their screen time with the methods that we're going to talk about in this video. So in this video, I will show you how you can actually strategically go about reducing your screen time. And it's not all of the weird ways that people tell you to, oh yeah, go on a 7-day dopamine detox or move to the woods for a weekend or whatever weird strategies people talk about. So first I'll go over my story, then I will go over the calculation, why have I wasted 5 years specifically, and then I'll talk about the onion method, which is my method of actually strategically reducing your screen time. So in the beginning of 2022, I first saw videos like this, not specifically like this, but the self-improvement videos. Oh yeah, you'll waste 9 years of your life if you keep scrolling like you do now or whatever, right? So that first initiative of me seeing the truth of my reality, oh yeah, fuck, I need to reduce my screen time. That was in the beginning of 2022. Then in the middle of 2022, I started working at McDonald's, and I would twice a month or something like that, I would be sent out to go clean around the McDonald's lot, clean up from the fat people's McDonald's, their cigarettes, etc., etc. And every time, I'm telling you, every single time I was out there cleaning the lot, I would be thinking about, okay, I need to go on a 7-day dopamine detox because my thought process of it was kind of, okay, I go on a 7-day dopamine detox, I fix my dopamine level, I won't need to scroll social media or whatever, and then I can focus on my business and I can start making money online. That was kind of my thought process. So I only started taking action towards this stuff in the beginning of 2023. I tried a bunch of stuff, all the strategies. I tried doing the app blockers, the app time limiters. I tried the dopamine detox, everything like that for a whole year. Nothing stuck. The same with 2024. I spent the whole year just trying stuff oh, that didn't work. I did the whole accountability thing, uploading it to YouTube. It didn't work that well. So in 2025, I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do the complete opposite from what everyone tells you. Everyone tells you to buy a dummy phone. They tell you to go on a 7-day dopamine detox. They tell you to move to the woods for a weekend or whatever to completely detox your mind. But I kind of tried all that stuff and it didn't really work. So I didn't try all of it, but still. I did the complete opposite. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna just take it slow. And that was kind of the thought process. And now I've kind of distilled that into what I call the onion method, which I'll go over in this video. So yeah, now I've been clean for over 6 months, haven't scrolled anything. So life is good, everything. So yeah. Why have I wasted 5 years? And you'll probably be shocked because you've wasted something along these lines as well. So how long have I been alive? I've been alive for 18 years and I've had my addiction from approximately 5 years old to 18 years old. That's 13 years, right? My daily average screen time was probably around 6 to 7 hours, but we'll just go with 6 hours. So I was probably asleep for an average of 9 hours. Now I try to sleep for 10 hours, but let's just go with 9 hours. So that means I'm awake for 15 hours a day, right? I scroll for 6 hours a day. 6 divided by 15 or 15 divided by 6 is, no, 6 divided by 15 is 40%, right? That means I've wasted 40% of the years I've had with my addiction. And I've been addicted for 13 years, so 40% of 13 is 5.2 years that I've wasted of my life just literally sitting in this position and just scrolling like this, bro. How fucking crazy is that? That is time that you would have wished that you spent doing something productive, but you just spend the time literally just sitting like this, scrolling or watching a TV show, just log in, bro, log in. So what is the onion method? How do you use it to strategically cut down your screen time? How do you use it to actually quit all of this stuff? And how is it the opposite from all of the other strategies that people talk about? So the onion method is, oh, it'd be cool if I had an onion right here. I do have that in my full guide, which you can also find on my channel, but the onion method kind of represents an onion, right? Now, what is this onion? This onion represents all your bad screen time, right? So how do we reduce our screen time with the onion method? You take one layer of the onion, you peel it off, and then you like kind of swallow it or whatever, right? If you ask someone, what is this? They would say, oh yeah, that's an onion. When you peel away one layer, they will still say it's an onion, but it's slightly smaller and it's slightly like, so the metaphor kind of goes, the smaller the onion is, the better your screen time is, right? So it kind of looks the same, but you peeled away one layer, right? And then you peel away another layer and another layer and another layer, and you just peel them back slowly, because what everyone else tries to do is they try to take this onion and then they try to swallow it. They try to open up their throat and try to like swallow it, but it just gets stuck in their throat. Now they can't breathe. They have to go to the hospital for 3 months. And going to the hospital for 3 months is the equivalent of like being in a massive rut. Then when they come back, the problem is now they feel like they've just wasted 3 months, which is basically just them recovering at the hospital. And then they try to do the exact same thing. They try to do this excessive dopamine detox protocol. And then they just go to the hospital for 3 months again. And the cycle just continues. So the onion method is just about slowly peeling back the layers so that it's actually manageable. It needs to be manageable, it needs to be objective, so that you can look at it from like a third person's perspective, instead of just, because like other people, they try to be like, oh yeah, I have 8 hours of screen time today, let me try to make it 7 hours and 50 minutes tomorrow. But that doesn't work, that's not what the onion method is about. So how do you actually peel back these layers? So first, you need to identify what like the different layers are. So you might think that, oh yeah, a layer is 8 hours, then it's 7 hours and 55 minutes, and then it's 7 hours and 50 minutes. No, a layer is the different things within the bad screen time. So it's, for example, a layer might be short form content, and then a layer might be TV shows, and a layer might be movies, and then it might be like Mr. Beast videos, and then it might be like Instagram stories, and then it might be Reddit, and then it might be Clash of Clans, and then it might be the edutainment YouTube video. So you see, there's so many layers. You could kind of comprise them into like 10 or 20 different like layers, depending on how many layers you want to create. And I'm just telling you, the more layers that you can create, the better it will, like, the higher a success rate you will actually have, but it will take a longer time, because you might think, oh yeah, I can cut away the first layer and then I can wait 1 day and then cut away the next layer. But no, we want to wait 14 days. And this is just to form your new identity. And identity is kind of, I've talked about this a bunch on this channel, but there's a difference between willpower and identity. Willpower is you trying to, oh yeah, I need to not use my phone. I need to work on my business. I need to not use my phone, right? And it's draining. You can't keep it up forever. Identity is you being, oh yeah, I don't watch short form content, so I'm not gonna watch short form content. A good example of this is, for example, you probably don't smoke. So if I offered you a cigarette, right, how would you react? You'd just be like, oh yeah, no, I don't smoke. You don't have to use willpower for it. You don't have to resist. You don't have to abstain from it. You just don't smoke. So that's the same thing we want to kind of represent with the screen time. So you want to just have it be something that you just don't do. So this is how we do it. We peel away one layer of the onion, right? Then we wait 14 days, and then we cut away the next layer. And it needs to be 14 days. You can't do it 7 days, you can't do it 3 days, you can't do it a month, but I've just found 14 days to be the like sweet spot of not too long, but then like short enough so that it like makes sense and you stick to it. And it's like, oh yeah, 14 days, I can do that, right? So focus at one layer at a time. You don't peel away one layer and then you try to eat like the insides of the onion, right? You don't try to reduce you don't try to cut away short form content from your life, and then you also try to cut away your Kindle, Amazon e-reader, right? You cut away one layer and then you be okay with everything else. And this is the biggest part of the onion method. It is literally you focus on the one layer. That's it. For 14 days, you just cut away short form content. You can still come home from like work or the gym or school, and you can still come home and you can still literally sit on the couch and watch a TV show. It doesn't feel like you're making any progress, but you really are, because you are forming the new identity. And mind you, it's just a temporary like fix. Now you watch a TV show, which is also not the best, but it's still better than not scrolling. Then after 14 days, you cut away the short form content. Then 14 days, you cut away the movies. And 14 days, you cut away like Mr. Beast videos. You know what I mean, right? So it really forms your identity in a very beautiful way. and it just works. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to reduce your screen time and you want guaranteed results, if you click on the first link in the description, there will become like a landing page up. And if you then put in the form, you click on the big red button, you put in the form, I'll reach out to you if you qualify for the one-on-one coaching. And it's literally, you pay. If you don't get the result, you get all your money back. So it's that simple. If you don't get results, you don't pay. It's that simple. So click on the first link in the description, take some action, have a good rest of your day. See you, brother.